Face having ass. Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Monday, so it's Gotham. This episode was awesome. We're gonna jump right on into it and talk about what happened, and I'll give my grade about it. Stay tuned. Also, a little bit later on tonight, probably within the next hour, it's gonna be my Walking Dead review as well. This episode, I really, I'm gonna have to watch it again tomorrow morning to really grasp everything that has happened. Basically, the Penguin has played his card, and he's revealed to everyone that he's still alive, and that just sends everybody into a frenzy. Everybody from the cops to the mob, everybody. And Gordon is ultimately really forced into saying, "Okay, you know what? It's all or nothing. Fuck it." He starts loading up the guns. He gets into several fights. We see Victor Zsasz, a young Victor Zsasz, in this episode. Another character from the Batman mythos. Um, and yeah, man, this episode really brought it. I mean, this episode was great. Um, you had some of everything, and you finally get a chance to see Montoya and her partner come full circle and see that James Gordon isn't a bad guy, that he is a good guy, and that everything Barbara was telling her was the truth. But that Barbara character, I just can't stand. Early in the beginning and at the end, without giving too much away, I'm like, please, man, why did they have to write her character into this year? I mean, into this season. They could have waited to maybe the end of this season, maybe next season, to introduce her. But I hate characters like that, characters that really drag on the main character and just bring them down in an instance. And I know that ultimately in the end that she's probably going to mean a lot more. Naturally, she does. I mean, you have to introduce her character at some point because she's going to be the mother of James Jr. and Barbara Gordon, which will become Batgirl. But yeah, her character's so freaking annoying. And the scene between Falcone and Maroni, and you got Fish Mooney and Penguin on the other side. And oh my god, man, you can literally feel Jada Pinkett's rage radiating off of her, man. If you guys ain't see the episode, go check it out on demand a little bit later on. Or, matter of fact, probably tomorrow, and or you can catch it on the re-air if possible. I believe they re-air every episode later on in the week. But you could just feel the hatred radiating off of Jada Pinkett in that scene, man. Man, it's this episode really, really brought it, man. I loved it, and ultimately, in the end, a lot of things are resolved and calmed back down, but they are brought to a nice boiling point, and then the heat is turned off. But you ultimately see who's really pulling the cards in Gotham. It's who you think, and then it's not who you think. Um, yeah, it's so much double crossing going on. It's unbelievable, but I think a point that is being brought up, and I believe that this episode kind of was the arc for that, which will tailor on to later on, is now cops. There's a scene where Zaz comes into the GCPD and he says, "You know what? Everybody get out." And you know what I'm saying? He said that me and Gordon has something to talk about. Gordon's like, "There's like 50 cops here. Do you think that you're just going to come in here and just do something?" And Zaz says, "Yeah, everybody leave now, please." And they all get up and they walk the fuck out. Nobody stayed to help Gordon. But I think with him surviving and showing, being that catalyst for the law and that the law can work, he will start gaining other people's trust, and like he did Montoya and her partner and Harvey Bullock. But that question of Falcone being the head of the mob and basically being in charge. When you think about mob, you think about Al Capone type characters. You think about they really had an Untouchables type feel to this episode too. Um, you think about like Robert De Niro and a lot of his mob personas, Joe Pesci, those type guys, and Falcone. This variation of Falcone is not over the top, but he's very, very um he sees things and he knows that Gotham's soul isn't correct. And he comes to Gordon again and he says, I wish we had more men like you, good men. But he's like, I'm not the enemy. He keeps trying to tell him, I'm not the enemy. I'm actually a balancer. Because if you don't have organized crime and you don't have law to counteract everything, you have chaos. And you don't want chaos. He's like, you're going to see what I'm talking about very soon. And you know that keeps being foreshadowed. But yeah, man, this episode is highly recommended, guys. It was a really good episode, and I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. I really love this episode tonight, and looking forward to see where they're going, where else they're going with the story. I know that Harvey Dent will be introduced within the next couple of episodes. Not really looking forward to that, to be honest with you, but you guys know how I feel about that. But it is what it is. They'll probably surprise us. So if you like what you see, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. But don't be a jerk and dislike it without telling me what you didn't like about this video. If you guys want to talk about the episode or have some questions or comments, hit me in the comments below. Let's chat about it. And I'll see you guys Wednesday. It's looking like. I need to actually catch up on the episode of Arrow that was played Saturday because the Bulls game came on, so we missed it here in Chicago. So yeah, I'll be catching you guys soon. No Flash tomorrow, unfortunately, either, so it'll be Wednesday. Later, guys, and stay tuned for that Walking Dead video.